Blue jean baby, and little lady, seem just for the band. Pretty eyed, pirate smile, you marry a music man. Ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my hand, yeah. Afternoon, everybody. Jesus freaks out in the street, handing tickets out for gone, turning back, she just laughs. The boulevard is not that bad. Piano man, he makes a stand in his auditorium, looking on. She sings a song, the words she knows, the tune she hums. Well, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near and only you. And you can hear me when I say softly, slowly, hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the lights on the highway, lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today, and hold me closer, tiny dancer, and count the lights on the highway, and lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Blue jean baby, and little lady, seem just for the band. Pretty eye, oh pirate smile, you marry a music man. Ballerina, whoa, you must have seen her. She was dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me, Well, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near and only you. And you can hear me when I say softly, slowly, and hold me closer, tiny dancer. And count the headlights on the highway. And lay me down in sheets of linen. We had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Well, 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 look who's here. All my favorite people. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day here with Piano Man Steve. Coming at you live every Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock Central Time. 2 o'clock on the West Coast, 5 o'clock on the East Coast, and you have to do the math if you're overseas. Sorry, I'm just taking a moment to live out my dream that will never come true of being a terrestrial radio DJ in the 1970s. Welcome to KSTEVE. We're going to be spinning some hits and some deep cuts for you over the next 2 hours, so sit back in your chair. We have commercial-free music coming your way, folks. That first one was by a little man named Elton John. Let's see who's here and say hi to some people. Hey, Leo. All right. I don't know about the first request, my friend, but I certainly can play Piano Man or Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. I've got that in the queue. I usually do my own Elton tribute on his birthday every year as well. Thanks for being here. Always good to see you. Moritz, joining in Graz, Austria. Badlands by Bruce Springsteen and or I Go to Extremes by Billy Joel. All right. Good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure to have your company. Bill Hasty joining us from the great metropolitan area of St. Louis. Good day, Steve. Ready to rock. I am as well. Good to have you with us, Bill. Hello, Lucio. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Maybe it's Lucio. I'm not sure if it's a Lucio or Lucio. So please forgive me if I've been saying it wrong. But hello, good evening, and good music to everyone. Well, thank you very much. Great to have you with us. I know it's a late night where you're joining us from, in Italy, as I recall. Al Smith joining us from Hawaii. Aloha, and mahalo for being here, my friend. Fantastic. Silviu joining us from Romania, a place that I really fell in love with. I had no idea how much I would love that little place, but I spent 3 weeks touring it, and it was just a delight. What a delightful little country that is. Full of just gorgeous stuff. The Black Sea, the mountains, it was just really, really, I had no idea what I was getting into there. One of my all-time life highlights. Okay. Allison's here in the house. Happy Sunday. She wants to second Moritz's request. All right. We can do that. We can do that for our friend Allison. Who apparently is not feeling creative enough to make her own request. She just wants to pile on to somebody else's. But that's okay. We'll do that. Bill Hasty. Hello. Oh, this, we already talked. Yeah. There's always a great conversation going on. Bill's one of these guys who just sort of is talking to everybody inside the feed. He's just like the social butterfly, friends with everybody. Knows no stranger, that man. Ruth Hooker, out in Virginia. How you doing? So good to have you with us. One of my faves. The Unicorn Girl. Hey, Steve, reminding you about the request from last week if you get around to it today. The winner takes it all. Okay. ABBA. Thomas, can I do Don't Stop Believing by Journey? I'll try. It's like I'm the only musician on planet Earth who has never tried to learn that song or never tried to do it much. So I might be able to fake my way through a few bars, but it's not something that I've got worked up. I'm just being honest with you from the very get-go. Aiden, how we doing? Some Bryan Adams. You know it's true. Everything I do, I do it for you. Okay, nice. Kamani? Okay. Hello there, Steve. Wondering if you could play Come On Eileen. Never tried that one before. That could be a disaster waiting to happen, but I will at least attempt some form of it, or at least parts of it. Thank you for the request. Hello, Tiger. Hello from Buffalo, New York. Nice. Ted, out in California. My God, I hope you're okay, man. Are you near all those awful fires? Please give us a status update. I hope you and everyone you know is safe. That is just, it's just absolutely been breaking my heart to learn about that, man. Turn the lights back on or fields of gold. Okay. Sounds good, Ted. But please, leave a comment. Let us know how you're doing, and if you and all of your loved ones are in the clear from the carnage out there. Rob Castelli, how we doing? Hey, Steve, my request is City of. My question is, how many instrumentals can you play before breaking into a song? I have no idea. When someone asks me to come play instrumentals, you know what I end up doing? I just play what I do for you guys, and I just don't sing. So I end up not playing the melody at all. I just play accompaniment tracks. And then sometimes I just, make it up. So, I've been hired to play background music, and I just get bored, and so I just go wherever my hands take me, because I'm not trying to play a melody, because I'm lazy. So that's a very good question. City of, are you thinking City of New Orleans? That was my guess is what that is, by Arlo Guthrie. Okay. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Yes, I had to kick the can down the road. This one I do not know, Thomas. I'm sorry. I only know the one Robbie Williams song. Hello, Steve. Hope you're well. Just finished learning Zanzibar with your tutorial. Really fun to learn. Could you play Rosalinda's Eyes? I don't know. I would have to watch my own tutorial for Rosalinda's Eyes, I'm afraid. I've not played it very much at all in my life, and there's some really specific stuff in there. I'm probably going to have to take a pass on that one today, only because I really can't fake my way through it. It's got very strange chords and some really specific signatures that I'd need to review, because I haven't actually tried to play it probably for 4 years now. So, but I'm going to put a note of it here, and I'll see if I can review my tutorial for that one and maybe play it next week or the week after or something. Okay, this one I can do, Thomas. Greatest Showman, absolutely. So thank you. I appreciate you watching the Zanzibar tutorial. And I could play Zanzibar if you're up for that. Yes, I did watch The Greatest Showman. I went to it in the theater, although I didn't have the greatest experience with it because I didn't realize it was a musical, so I was totally unprepared what I was getting into. I thought it was a biopic about P.T. Barnum. That tells you how bright I am and how much research I managed to do before I went. I was expecting it to be more like the movie Lincoln by Steven Spielberg. And instead it ended up being this thing with like a lot of modern sounding kind of Broadway show stuff and a lot of hokey stuff. And so for what it was a great show. I just was not prepared for it. So I kind of went there and went, what in the hell? You know, it's like, man, this cost me $30 and this is not at all what I signed up for. But I've come to appreciate it a lot more in the time since. Thank you, Moritz. Arjun. Or Aryan. Let me see here. Hey, Steve, just got back from a gig myself. Well, outstanding. Outstanding. I hope you got paid really well, and I hope you had a heck of a good time. Hey, Oscar. Thanks for joining us. Vibrato King. Hey, Steve, would love to hear Turn the Lights Back On. That's 2 requests for that one. An Innocent Man. Woo. You guys are asking for some challenging ones to sing. I like it. Okay, let's see here. All right, Zanzibar it is. New Orleans. Okay, very good. Hi, Susie. Thanks for joining us. Lucia, mi amiga in España. Hey, everybody, wishing you a happy new year. Everybody keep your eye on this young lady. She is getting more talented by orders of magnitude every day. She was incredibly talented when I first saw a video or 2 of her playing when she was like 15. And 5 or 6 years later, she has blossomed into one heck of a little musician. So it's been very, very fun to watch her growth and evolution. So looking forward to getting over to Spain and jamming with you, my friend. Muchas gracias for being here tonight. Okay. I'm very glad that you're safe. I'm not, but I agree. What's going on in LA is just, I don't even have words for it. So, thanks for letting us know. Okay. And Domingos, watching from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Obrigado. Okay, let's get after it. I know I started with Elton John. I'm going to do this other Elton John request now while I still have the voice to pull it off to some degree, because I promised I would do it last week. You all know this one. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you knock, present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't blend me in your bed towns. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, and hunting the hornyback toad. Oh, I finally decided a future lies beyond the yellow brick road. What do you think you do then? I bet you they shoot down your plane. It's gonna take you a couple of vodka and tonics to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. The mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tidbits like you on the ground. So goodbye to yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't blend me in your bed downs. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the hornyback toad. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road. All right. I'm going to knock out one other really hard one to sing before we carry on with any of the other requests. Oh, let's see here. There's a little shtick I like to do with this one, just because I know the backstory behind it, and it's kind of fun. So, this one's got this thing going. It's like... So the idea behind it was to be like the Drifters. So if you take that bass line, move it out of this key, and you move it to this key, it's like when the sun beats down, burns a tar up on the roof. And when your shoes get so hot, wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. if we put it in this key, it works for another song by the original lead singer of the Drifters after he left the group. It went like this. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand now? Stand by me, stand by me. So that's the idea behind this musically. It's what he patterned it off of. And managed to have a top 10 charted single in 1984 with it. Who knew? Some people stay far away from the door if there's a chance of it opening up. They hear a voice in the hall outside and hope that it just passes by. Some people live with the fear of the touch and the anger of having been a fool. They will not listen to anyone, so nobody tells them a lie. I know you're only protecting yourself. I know you're thinking of somebody else, someone who hurt you, but I'm not above making up for the love and denying you could ever feel. Not above doing anything to restore your faith if I can. Some people see through the eyes of the old before they ever get a look at the young. I'm only willing to hear you cry because I am an innocent man. And I am an innocent man. Oh, yes, I am. Some people say they will never believe another promise they hear in the dark, because they only remember too well they heard somebody tell them before. Some people sleep all alone every night instead of taking a lover to bed. Some people find that it's easier to hate than to wait anymore. I know you don't want to hear what I say. I know you're gonna keep turning away, but I've been there, and if I can survive, I could keep you alive. Not above going through it again. Not above being cool for a while. If you're cruel to me, I'll understand. Some people run from a possible fight. People figure they could never win. Although this is a fight I can lose, the accused is an innocent man. And I am an innocent man. man. You know you only hurt yourself out of spite. I guess you'd rather be a martyr tonight. That's your decision, but I'm not above, I'm not below anybody I know. There's a chance of resurrecting a love. Not above going back to the start to find out where the heartache began. Some people hope for a miracle cure. Some people just accept the world as it is. But I'm not willing to lay down and die because I am an innocent man. I am an innocent man. Oh yes I am an innocent man. Whoa, 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 I apologize. I have a little frog in my throat today. Nothing serious, it's just a little dehydrated. I just finished up this ridiculous course of antibiotics for this infection that I had not long ago. So I'm drinking this stuff, kombucha, because there's not a speck of bacteria left anywhere in my body, including the good ones that you're apparently supposed to have. So, and it's drying me out just a little bit. So when I go into that falsetto voice, I kind of, a little bit of that today. Which is fun. It reminds me fondly of being 13. Okay. So, I brought a few things with me I wanted to play today, so I did a few requests. I'm going to do one of my songs that I brought with me, and then we'll carry on with some other ones, and then I'll do another one that I wanted to do, and it's just kind of how we will roll. This one's by Air Supply. This was on the Ghostbusters soundtrack, believe it or not. Which, if you're trying to remember where in the world that appeared in Ghostbusters, it is not during the battle with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or anything like that. It is, I believe it plays during one of the end credits. Anyway, this has always been one of my favorite Air Supply songs. It was co-written, the traditional writer from Air Supply was Graham Russell, I believe is his name. And he co-wrote this, and it was produced by David Foster, which is always something I'm going to enjoy. David Foster's kind of got a sonic aesthetic that I really like. So it's called I Can Wait Forever. Okay, here we go. When you say I miss the things you do, I just do want to get back close again to you. But for now, your voice is near enough. How I miss you when I miss you, love. And though all the days that pass me by so slow, all the emptiness inside me flows, all around, and there's no way out. I'm just thinking so much of you, there was never any doubt. I can wait forever if you say you'll be there too. I can wait forever if you will. I know it's worth it all to spend my life alone with you. When it looked as though my life was wrong, you took my love and gave it somewhere to belong. I'll be here when hope is out of sight. I just wish that I was next to you tonight. And oh, I'll be reaching for you even though you'll be somewhere else. My love will go like a bird on its way back home. I could never let you go, that I just want you to know. I can wait forever if you say you'll be there too. I can wait forever if you will. I know it's worth it all to spend my life alone with you. Where are you now? Alone with the thoughts we share. Keep them strong somehow. And you know I'll always be there. Well, I can wait forever if you say you'll be there too. I can wait forever if you will. I know it's worth it all to send my life alone. I can wait forever if you say you'll be there too. I can wait forever if you will. I can wait forevermore. I can wait forever if you say you'll be there too. I can wait forever if you will. I know it's worth it all to save my life alone with you. All right. Little 80s gooey. Little 80s goo. Okay. So we got ourselves a request for Actually, I got a couple of requests for it. For some Billy Joel from 1989. An album called Stormfront. Fun, upbeat song called I Go to Extremes. See if I remember how to play this. Call me a joker, call me a fool. Right at this moment I'm totally cool. Clear as a crystal, sharp as a knife. I feel like I'm in the prime of my life. Sometimes it feels like I'm going too fast. I don't know how long this feeling will last. Maybe it's only tonight. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in-betweens. And if I stand or I fall, it's all or nothing at all. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm shot, sometimes I don't know how much more I got. Maybe I'm headed right over the hill. Maybe I set myself up for the kill. Tell me, how much do you think you can take until the heart in you starting to break? Sometimes it feels like it will. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Too high or too low, there ain't no in-betweens. You can be sure when I'm gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Out of the darkness into the light, leaving the scene of the crime. Either I'm wrong or I'm perfectly right every time. Yeah. Sometimes I lie awake night after night, coming apart at the seams, eager to please, ready to fight. Why do I go to extremes? I stand or I fall, it's all or nothing at all. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. No, I don't know why I go for ice cream. Too high or too low, there ain't no in betweens. You can be sure when I'm gone, I won't be out there too long. Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes. Hey! I don't know What did I do? There we go. There we go. All right, that was fun. I haven't played that in a while. Thank you to both of you that asked for it. Okay. What next? Just looking through the pile here. See if I can mix it up a little bit. Let's take a look at this ABBA thing. Let me see if I can find the right key here. This is a really pretty song. Okay. I'll see if I can remember how this goes. I may get a little lost on the form on this one, but I remember enough of it. I think we'll be okay. I don't want to talk about things that we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. There's nothing more to say, no more ace to play. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there, but I was a fool, playing by the rules. The gods may throw a dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall. It's simple and it's plain, and why should I complain? But tell me, does he kiss the same way that I kissed you? Does it feel the same when he says your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what what can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges well decide. The likes of me abide. Spectators of the show always staying low. The game is on again. A lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. I don't want to talk if it makes you feel sad, and I understand you've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. The loser has to fall. Throw a dice, cold as ice, way down here. Someone dear, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. All right. Thank you for that request. All right, so I was just having a conversation with a close confidant before the show. I was saying I'm trying to make peace with the 1990s, even though I've been angry at them for years, for ending the music that I loved so much from the 1980s. But so I've been trying to squeeze a little bit of 90s music here and there into my sets, taking the easy ones first. This is one I had forgotten all about, but I loved when it came out. I didn't hate everything about the 90s. I just didn't listen to the radio as much because I'd found this music from the 70s and 80s that would like kind of define my career, and so I just started buying CDs like a drunken sailor, and I was mostly programming my own playlists. But every once in a while, something would squeeze through and get into my zeitgeist, and my friend Kevin Lawrence reminded me of this one, which, by the way, anyone who's interested, on Wednesday night, Kevin and I will be doing, for the first time in a while because of the vocal rest I had to do, we're going to be doing one of our Talkin' Piano, man. We call it a podcast. It doesn't go out on any podcast stuff, but we do it on our YouTube channels. We'll be doing that Wednesday for the first time in a while. That's where we do not take your requests. That's where we both show up with songs that we desperately want to play, and we just play them, and we tell stories and tell jokes and banter with each other because we really enjoy each other's company and don't get to hang out very much. We do have an ongoing text chat, which will 100% get us both in trouble if anyone ever reads it. But we actually get to see each other and hang out and make some music together. And anyway, the last time that we did one of these, which was many months ago, he played this song. It reminded me how much I love it. Just a second. Sorry. I have to reply to something really quick. This is terribly unprofessional, but give me just a second. Okay. So this is by Duran Duran, who had sort of a comeback album in about 93, something like that. And this is called Ordinary World. Came in from a rainy Thursday on the avenue. Thought I heard you talking softly. I turned on the lights, the TV, and the radio. Still I can't escape the ghost of you. What has happened to it all? Crazy, some would say. Where is the life that I recognize? But I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world somehow I have to find. And as I try to make my way to the ordinary world, I will learn to survive. Passion or coincidence once prompted you to say, pride will tear us both apart. Now pride's gone out the window, across the rooftops, run away. Let me in the vacuum of my heart. What is happening to me? Crazy, some would say. Where is my friend when I need you most? But I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world somehow I have to find. And as I try to make my way to the ordinary world, I will learn to survive. Papers on the roadside tell of suffering and grief. Fear today, forgot tomorrow. Ooh, here beside the news of holy war and holy need, ours is just a little sorrow talk. And I don't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world somehow I have to find. And if I try to make my way to the ordinary world, I will learn to survive. Thank you. Wow, we got a lot of new comments. I'm just going to step over into the chat and say hi to some folks. Okay. Mostly a lot of y'all talking to each other, which I love, by the way. I always feel bad when I'm doing these because I want to talk to you guys more, but of course, you know, like I'm kind of busy playing and singing, and I can't even be staring at the chat most of the time because I have to bring up a different screen on my computer, which you can't see. It's out of frame, but it's right in front of me. And I have to bring up a different screen with lyrics on it because, of course, I don't know the lyrics to songs. Huh? I don't know what that's all about, Dad. We'll have to look into that. It should just be on my channel. I'll try to help you work that out next time I'm over there. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Always good to see you and Mom in the chat. Yeah, I try to remember to put that little Yankee Stadium nod, the whole go for ice cream thing. Thank you. I appreciate the enthusiasm there, Susie. Well, I don't know if I can add anything to this one, Bill. That says it all. Yes, the show with Kevin is the same time that I always start, 4 o'clock. He usually bails after 90 minutes because, well, he blames it on being a father, but really it's that he can't hack it. He can't go as long as I can. He just doesn't have the energy. He's not made of the same stuff that I am. He's not in the chat right now, but if he were, I would absolutely say that. And I would say it in the chat that he and I, in the private chat that he and I have. Our relationship is a lot of just insulting one another with love and laughter. It's a long string of trading insults. That's when you know you've got a special friend. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Moritz. I do. They are fantastic. I love them very much. I love them very much. Okay. So what's next? Tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I haven't done this one in a while, but a couple of people put it in here, and so I want to tell you a little story. When Billy Joel announced that he was going to be releasing a new song earlier last year, I think it came out on February 1st, something like that. I had pretty mixed emotions about it, if you want to know the truth. I was like, oh man, what if it's not good? I mean, you know, it's a legitimate concern because it's like, he hasn't been exercising that muscle in a really, really long time, and I thought, I don't want you to sully, you know, your legacy. So I was not necessarily waiting with such eager anticipation as a lot of other people that I knew in the fan community, and I was mostly nervous. And Kevin was just like jumping out of his pants. He was so excited about it. And so like the night before, he's like, are you gonna you gonna tune in? You gonna listen to it at midnight when it drops? I'm like, I don't know. If I'm awake, I might, but I'm pretty tired tonight. So I just fell asleep. And I woke up the next morning, and my phone had already blown up. Kevin going, oh my God, the song's amazing. You got to check it out. Have you listened to it yet? Have you listened to it yet? Have you listened to it yet? You know, he was like a kid in a candy store, and I was like, okay, fine, Kevin, I'm going to listen to it. I really hope it doesn't suck. And I listened to it, and I loved it. And so I was very, very thrilled. And then about 3 hours later, I noticed that Kevin had posted a cover of it already, a cover performance on his channel already. And I texted him and I said, you would do this. And he was like, oh my God, I had to. I had to. And I'm like, well, now I'm going to have to do it. And I don't want to. I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like learning a song and singing today. I'm a little under the weather. And so I almost didn't do it, but I have this person in my life named Mandy who knocked some sense into me. I went out for a haircut that day, and when I left, she said, you're going to make a cover of this new song, right? And I said, oh, I don't know, maybe later in the week. And she goes, you are an idiot. You have to do it today. Like, you're totally going to miss out on the spike in the search algorithm for that song if you don't do it today. And I was like, I don't want to. And she basically told me to man up and to just quit my bitching and do it. And so I did. But I decided I really wanted to do it right, and I got on the phone with my sound engineer and worked it out so that he could turn it around really fast that day. And so I worked on it all afternoon, got it to where I felt like it was good, and on about the 17th or 18th take run through, I had one that I was happy with, and it was good because my voice was shot. I don't think I could have kept going. And I sent it off, and my sound guy, Robbie, got it turned around really, really fast, and by 7 o'clock that night I had it posted. Well, Mandy was right. The thing just kind of blew up. I got like 30,000 views in 2 days. And I'm really glad that I did, because it's brought a number of interesting opportunities into my life. Because it got a lot of impressions, search impressions. And so I've made a couple of new, very special friends in my life because of this song. I got one of those friends hooked me up with tickets to a Notre Dame football game, and I got to write a song for his podcast, or a jingle for his podcast, and all kinds of stuff. And then I have this like really, really interesting, amazing friend that I talk to every day now that found me because of the song. And so anyway, this was a highlight of 2024 for me. It's called Turn the Lights Back On. Please open the door. Nothing is different. We've been here before. Pacing these halls, trying to talk over the silence. And pride sticks out its tongue, laughs at the portrait that we've become, stuck in a frame, unable to change. I was wrong. I'm late, but I'm here right now. Though I used to be romantic, I forgot somehow. Time can make you blind, but I see you now as we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long to turn the lights back on? Here, stuck on a hill, outsiders inside the home that we built. The cold settles in. It's been a long winter of indifference. Maybe you love me, maybe you don't. Maybe you'll learn to, and maybe you won't. And you've had enough, but I won't give up on you. Well, I'm late, but I'm here right now, and I'm trying to find the magic that we lost somehow. Maybe I was blind, but I see you now as we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long to turn the lights back on? I'm late, but I'm here right now. Is there still time for forgiveness? Won't you tell me how? I can't read your mind, but I see you now as we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long to turn the lights back on? Here right now, yes, I'm here right now, looking for forgiveness. I can see as we're laying in the darkness, as we're laying in the darkness. Did I wait too long to turn the lights back on? All right. Thank you for the requests on that one. Here's one I'm going to do for our friend Thomas George. This was originally from The Greatest Showman. It was originally sung by Ziv Zafman and Hugh Jackman and Michelle Williams. But what really brought me along on this song was a brilliant cover of it about a year after the show came out by Pink, who I think has got one of the best voices in popular music. And I love this song. I love songs of inspiration. I'm a sucker for inspiration. It doesn't take much to get my eyes all watery. I identify, I don't know if anyone's seen the movie The Holiday, but Jude Law plays the love interest of Cameron Diaz in that show, and she plays a character who hasn't cried since she was 5 years old. And she tells him this, and he's like, "You haven't cried since you were 5. She's like, "Okay, now it's time to learn more about you." And he's like, "Well, first of all, I cry a lot, like way more than any woman you've ever met. I am a major weeper. A good movie, a good book, a good song, well, that's me." And so I might even make myself tear up on this one. Anyway, so it's called A Million Dreams. Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me. I can call my own. through the dark, through the door, oh, where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. Well, I don't care if they call me crazy. I run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. We may be right, we may be wrong. I wanna bring you along to the world that I see, the world we close our eyes to see, close our eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, and the brightest colors fill my head, and a million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. Thanks, Thomas. All right, this one's going out to our friend Rob Costelli. Now, this song was written by a young man. Speaking of dreams, a young man named Steve Goodman at a very early age, like 20 or something, gets diagnosed with some, I can't remember if it was pancreatic or whatever, but it was some kind of terminal cancer. And they were like, you've got a year. And he had dreamed of being a songwriter, you know, not like a recording artist, just he wanted to write songs and have other people cut them. And he was like, well, I've got work to do, so I'm not dying as fast as you think I am. And he went to, I think, Nashville, and just absolutely immersed himself in the songwriting community, and came up with this piece of work, which the first person to cut it was actually John Denver on one of his early albums. And before John could release it as a single, it got cut again by the son of the great folk icon Woody Guthrie. His son Arlo cut this song. And it ended up being Arlo's only hit, which is really strange because Arlo was a songwriter himself, but none of his compositions ever actually like got on the charts. But his version of this song did get on the charts, and it gave Steve Goodman his dream. He had a hit song on the radio. It was his, and he was well enough, long enough to get to go play hundreds of songwriter showcases, and he lived the dream for about 3 or 4 years, and then he died. But talk about making good use of the time that he had. I love that story, and so this is his signature composition. It's called "The City of New Orleans," which is about a train, not about the actual city. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee, rolls along past houses, farms and fields, passing trains that have no name, freight trains full of old black men in the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing cards with the old men in the club car. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass that paper bag that holds the bottle, and feel those wheels rumble beneath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpet steel, and their mothers with their babes asleep are rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home and we'll be there by morning. through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. But the towns and all the people seem to fade into a big bad dream, and the steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his song again, and the passengers will please refrain, 'cause this train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'm that train they call the city of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Thanks, Rob. I love that song, but I especially love that story. All right, here's one for our friend Leo. I can't find no more of your darkness. And all my pictures seem to fade to black and white. I'm growing tired, and time stands still before me. Frozen here on the ladder of my life. It's too late to save myself from falling. I took a chance and changed the way of life. But you misread my meaning when I met you. Close the door and left me blinded by the light. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. Just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. Oh, 'cause losing everything is like the sun going down on me. I can't find the right romantic line. But see me once, see the way I feel. Don't discard me just because you think I mean you harm. Yeah. But these cuts I have, oh, they're near Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. Just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. Oh, losing everything, just like the sun going down on me. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, always someone else I see. Just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. No, 'cause losing everything is like the sun going down on me. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. So, excuse me. That's when you know you're really hitting on all cylinders, when your nose starts to run a little bit. So there's a guy out there, much like Steve Goodman. He didn't die young or anything, but he was a songwriter. Never really took off as a recording artist in his own right, but he was a brilliant songwriter. His name was Barry Mann, and he wrote this thing, which I think is one of the truly all-time great songs that came out in. He wrote it in 1980, did his own version of it, and then some other people cut it, but it really, really had its moment in 1989 when Linda Ronstadt decided to cut it, and she brought in Aaron Neville, who was a very well-known regional sort of jazz musician, just a brilliant vocalist, working kind of in the New Orleans area, and she saw him at a music fest and was sort of a huge fan of his. And he had a following. He and his brothers had a great following, but they weren't big successes outside of their kind of regional area. And she said, I want to do a song with you. And she was already a huge star, and they did 2 duets together, actually, and it put Aaron Neville on the map, and then he ended up having a little bit of a run of a career of his own after that as well. And it started with this song that they turned into a duet from Barry Mann. I just love it, and feel like playing it today. It's kind of about having a complicated situation and just kind of leaning into the one thing that actually matters in the whole thing. Anyway, I think the song is self-explanatory. Here we go. Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Look at this life. Still don't know where it's going. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. Look at these eyes, they've never seen what mattered. Look at these dreams, so beaten and so battered. Don't know much, but I know I love you. That may be all I need to know. So many questions still left unanswered. So much I've never broken through. When I feel you near me, sometimes I see so clearly. The only truth I've ever known is me and you. Look at this man, so blessed with inspiration. Look at this soul, still searching for salvation. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all there is to know. All right, so I thought it might be fun to play one of my own songs today. I don't do that enough. I've gone to the trouble to write them and record them. I should remember occasionally to play them. This is among my favorites that I ever did. This song, so I don't know if anyone's ever seen the movie When Harry Met Sally, but at the end of the show, they met, they didn't like each other, and then they met again, and he kind of didn't remember who she was, and then they met again, and they became friends, and they were like best friends, but they pretended like it wasn't romantic, but it was clearly all bubbling under the surface, and then they accidentally slept together, and then it screwed everything up, and they weren't sure how to return back to stasis, and so then they kind of riff, and then eventually Harry finally wises up and realizes, oh, this is the love of my life, and on New Year's Eve he goes and he runs halfway across New York City to go to the party that she's at, and he says, I love you, and she says, this doesn't work this way, Harry, you can't just show up and say that, and kind of dresses him down. And then he says something that actually really kind of informed the song. He goes, okay. He says something like, I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees outside. I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich. I love that when I spend the day with you, I can smell your perfume on my clothes at the end of the day. And I love that you're the last person I want to talk to before I fall asleep at night, or something like that. So he just sort of says, I love this, and I love this, and he's kind of picking little quirks, and I thought, now there's something to that. Because if you have a successful relationship where you love someone over time, you know, you can only spend so much time in the bedroom, and you can only spend so much time doing these, you know, going on amazing adventures. You have to find some joy and something special about the mundane day-to-day stuff, and to find something that you love about the quirks and the silliness and the nonsense, you know. And that's kind of what this song ended up being about. I kind of took a little bit of a cue from Harry there. So really this is a cue from Nora Ephron, one of my favorite directors and screenplay writers. May she rest in peace. This is called Everything You Do, and it's about kind of falling in love with the little quirks that somebody has. I love the way you wear a ponytail when you feel lazy. That stash of chocolate you keep hidden for when you're feeling crazy. I love those worn out flannel pants you like to wear at night. And how every time I'm eating something sweet you steal a bite. I love the way that music gets you dancing without shame. How much you just gotta win when we're playing a game. I love that look that you give me when you want me to stay. But when I think about it, girl, what I'm trying to say is I love everything you do. And I love love the way you decorate for every new occasion. How you take 1,000 pictures on each new vacation. I love that you still love to go make angels in the snow. And how you send a birthday card for everyone you know. I love the times you want to wear my worn out baggy shirt. And even after all this time together, you still love to flirt. And I love the times that we both laugh till we're both in tears. I know that I will still feel the same way in the 30 years. I love everything you do. And I love I don't care where we're going, and I don't care what we do. If we're together, I'll be falling more in love with you. I love everything that you do. Yes, I do. And I love that I'm the one with you. Oh, I love everything yes I do. And I love that I'm the one with you. With you. I love to be the one with you. I love being with you and everything you do. Except when you make me take out the trash. I could do with less of that. But everything else, I love being with you and everything you do. I love being with you and everything you do. Well, thank you. Thank you for indulging me. All right. Just want to see what's going on in the chat, and then we'll get back to a couple more requests before we have to get out of here for the night. Thank you very much, Bill. Moritz, holy cow, you stayed up all night. To what do we owe this pleasure? Do you not have school tomorrow? That's fantastic. Thanks. I know it's a late night for you. Thanks, Sylvia. Thank you, Ruth. All right. Well, let's I know that a few requests are not going to get hit. That happens. I apologize. So for those of you that had a request that didn't make it into the final cut today, I apologize. Please come back, ask for it again. I'm usually pretty good about getting to them as soon as I can. But here's one was asked for. This is a Billy Joel song from 1978 off of the 52nd Street album called Zanzibar. Let's see if I can remember how to play this sucker. Alley dances and the audience applauds. Though he's bathed in sweat, hasn't lost his style. Alley, don't you go downtown. You gave away another round for free. Whoa, me, I'm just another face at Zanzibar. But the waitress always serves a secret smile. Whoa, she's waiting out in Shanty Town. She's gonna pull the curtains down for me. For me, I got the old man's car, and I got a jazz guitar. I got a tab at Zanzibar. Tonight is where I'll be. I'll be. Rosie knows he'll never reach the Hall of Fame, but the Yankees grab the headlines every time. Melodrama's so much fun, in black and white for everyone to see. Whoa, me, I'm trying just to get to second base, and I'd steal it if she only gave the sign. got the old man's car, I got a jazz guitar, and I got a tab at Zanzibar. Tonight, that's where I'll be. I'll be. There we go. This is the part that I always forget. I screwed that up. Tell the waitress I'll come back to Zanzibar. I'll be hiding in the darkness with my beer. Whoa, she's waiting out in Shanty Town. She's gonna pull the panties down for me. For me. And I got the old man's car, and I got a jazz guitar, and I got a tab at Zanzibar. Tonight is where I'll be. I'll be. Another crack at this. Hey! All right. I apologize. This is where I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to do one last song. I saw a request pop in at the last minute here that feels like a good one to close on, and I'm sorry. Aiden, I'm going to have to get you next week with some Bryan Adams. I'm so sorry, my friend. Please come back. It was not my intention to snub you at all. Just not enough hours in the day, my friend, sometimes. But you get pushed right to the front of the line next week, okay? So let's tear it up a little bit here on our way out the door. Saturday night and you're still hanging around. You're tired of living in your one-horse town. You'd like to find a little hole in the ground for a while. Oh, so you go to the village in your tie-dye jeans. You stare at the junkies in the closet queens, and it's like some pornographic magazine, and you smile. Oh, but Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Ah, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Your sister's gone out, she's on a date, and you just sit at home and contemplate the meaning of life. Phone is gonna ring soon, but you just can't wait for that call. Oh, stand on the corner in your New English clothes, you look so polished from your hair down to your toes. Ah, but steady your fingers, just gonna pick your nose after all. Oh, but Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Ah, Captain Jack, you can rely tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, oh yeah. So you decide to take a holiday. You got your tape deck and your brand new Chevrolet. Oh, but the ring don't place to go anyway. And what for? Oh, so you got everything on, but nothing's cool. They just have found your father in a swimming pool, and you guess you won't be going back to school anymore. Whoa. And Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah. So you play your albums and you smoke your pots and you meet your girlfriend in a parking lot. Oh, but still you're begging for the things you have not got. What went wrong? Oh, and if you can't understand why your world is so dead, why you've got to keep in style and feed your head. Well, you're 21, still your mother makes your bed, and that's too long. Whoa, whoa, yeah, the Captain Jack well gets you high tonight and take you to your special island. Whoa, Captain Jack well gets you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Well, now Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack can make you die tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Feeling a little wily today. Never know what's going to happen when Steve's feeling wily. I had a lot of fun today. Hope you did too. It was my pleasure. So, as I always like to say, if you're a musician, remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. For everybody, give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. None of us knows when this ride comes to an end, so leave it all in the field. Don't have any regrets. And, of course, as Billy Joel says at the end of every show, don't take any shit from anybody. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And remember, Kevin and I will be doing our sort of funky little weird show that we like to do Wednesday at 2 p.m. on the West Coast and 5 p.m. on the East Coast and 4 o'clock in the Heartland. So hope I'll see some of you there. Thanks a lot, and I will see you on the next one, gang. Take care.